Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Monday, the 30th day of May, 22nd day of Iyar. Here we go. Going to start a little unit now on some laws that apply to travel. There are Jewish laws about just about everything in our life, everything that applies to our life. Here's a batch of travel laws. First of all, the halacha is that it is appropriate for a man to bring his talis and tefillin with him anytime he goes on a trip. You just never know if you're going to need to sleep over or whatever, or get caught there or have a flat tire. So always bring your talis and tefillin with you for trips. If you're going on an airplane, always bring your talis and tefillin on the airplane with you in your carry-on baggage. Of course, that wasn't written in the Shulchan Aruch 400 years ago when airplanes hadn't been invented, but it's just so common, so sensible, and it has to be that way. You can't have your tefillin far away from you, dangerously in the cargo where they could get lost forever. So you, of course, bring your talis and tefillin onto the plane with you, into the passenger area of the airplane. It's appropriate to learn Torah before a trip and also during trip. It's a tremendous zechus. It's a merit for you to have a wonderful trip and everything, and that's just how Jews live their lives. Torah before and Torah during a trip. It's a good idea to give tzedakah also before you leave on a trip, and it's a fantastic idea to be a shliach mitzvah for tzedakah money, which means that you'll be a messenger of mitzvah, and some people will give you money, and they'll say, here, deliver this to where you're going in Yerushalayim, so that way you're part of a mitzvah. Your whole trip is a mitzvah because you're transporting money for people, even if it's just $5. So there's a mitzvah additional merits to your trip, which of course will help protect you. This one's going to sound weird to you, but the halacha is that if you're on a trip and you're a certain distance away on your trip and you realize that you've forgotten an item, you're not supposed to go back for that item. Stay tuned here. You're not supposed to go back for that item because the Shekhinah travels with you. That's the presence of God travels with you on trips, and it's kind of like weird to drag the Shekhinah around and leave it when it's accompanying you on your trip because you're going back for your chess set that you forgot to bring. So it's best to call and try to get someone to bring the chess set for you and not just abandon the Shekhinah, God's presence, which has decided to accompany you on your trip. It's like rude. But if it's a mitzvah item, it's your tefillin that you forgot, then of course the Shekhinah would understand that although it was klutzy of you to do that, but you have to go back for your tefillin, and then it would be appropriate. If you haven't left yet, then of course you could run back into the house to get any chess set or whatever. That's not considered rude to the Shekhinah. We do not, these laws that I'm saying right now don't apply to local errands. If you're going to the bakery, then just go to the bakery. And if you got something, then go back and get it. You need your credit card to pay, so fine, go back and get it. We're not talking about those kinds of things. We were saying that more like about trips. Okay, now to airplanes. If you're on an airplane and you want to wash for the bread that they're serving or for a sandwich that you brought with you, you could wash in an airplane bathroom. If you napped, any time that you sleep for a good amount of time, you do need to wash your hands before going on to eating any food. But worst case scenario, where somehow, for whatever reason, you're not able to wash, then you could touch the food, even though that's not the way we like it at best. But if necessary, then you'll touch the food even though you haven't washed, if you need to touch the food. Tzitzis. Usually what a man does, of course, is when he goes to sleep, especially at night, he takes off his tzitzis and he makes a fresh bracha on them in the morning when he puts them back on. Well, that's not how it's going to happen on the airplane. You're probably wearing your tzitzis through the night, and in the morning you can't make a bracha on your tzitzis because they've been basically on you all night. And then the appropriate thing to do is to make a bracha on your talis when you put on your talis, and think in your mind that this talis bracha that you're making covers for your talis and for your tzitzis that you're already wearing. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.